Hello, this is Janine Surkat from hypnocoach.ca, and we are on our second video on imposter syndrome. Before we do so, as you know, I help people in transitions to go towards where they want to go without months and years of therapy. And we do all this by having fantastic conversations with your brilliant mind. Now, imposter syndrome. So tell me, have you practiced saying thank you? Thank you for the promotions. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for telling me I'm doing a great job. Thank you for telling me you appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it's hard, right? But it's a new neural path that we're creating. So you need to practice. If you suspect you have that imposter syndrome, you need to practice, and it starts by saying thank you. I appreciate it. I know I'm worth it. I know. I stole that one. All right. So what is the imposter syndrome? The imposter syndrome is when anything related to your talent, to your success, is due to an external cause. It has nothing to do with you. You probably know people that it's the opposite way around. Everything that is about their success is due to them, and everything that is about their failure is external event or other people. So none of them are best situation. You know, in reality, it's always a mix of the both. So you want to try to get a balance. Now, I want to talk to you about two situations where I found myself with clients with imposter syndrome and how it showed up in their life. So that gives you an idea. It may absolutely not be your case. As I often say, there's as many cases as there is issues and challenges. But for imposter syndrome, I have a few examples, and today I have two for you. The first one is what I call circumstances around your childhood, your birth. So some people were born first in the family, so they were loved because they were first. Some because they were the first boy, they were loved. Some people, they were the first woman in the family, they were loved. Some people, they came after a child that was, that passed away, then, they were loved. They always felt that this, they always felt that this was not, that they didn't deserve that. Oh, it's not my fault if I came first. What did I do? I did nothing. I just came first. Oh, I did nothing. I was just a boy. Oh, I did nothing. I came after my father. My brother passed away. So there's kind of that sense that it's not my fault if I am good. I don't deserve it. It's not because of me. It's because of the external circumstances. Same as later in life, it's not because of me that I have this great evaluation. It's because they're a lousy evaluator. It's not because of me that they love my work. It's because the market is tough and they won't find anybody to replace me. So it's always because of other circumstances. The second case is very interesting. I know there's a lot of people here listening to me that have gone lately to a training for coaching or other types of learning in schools, and they're in big admiration with whoever was their teachers or gurus or whatever, whether it's Tony Robbins, Marissa Peer, or any other people out there. And they're thinking, oh, I'm never going to be as good as them. I'm a fraud. Like, people come to me and they think I'm, but I'm not good as them. I saw how good they are and I'm a fraud. I'm not good at all. So you have that. The case I had, there was a parent. So the father was very successful in the same field. Very, very successful. He was highly regarded. Like, he was top notch, right? And the lady was saying, there's no way I can do the same as he was doing. Like, there's no way. But she only saw him at the end of his career when he was very successful. She never saw when he started. She never saw the first sessions he gave. She never saw the first time, he had his practice. And this is what we were having the conversation about. It's like, no, you're not going to be as good as he was when he was at the end of their career. And You don't have to be him. You can absolutely be you, right? You don't have to respond and correspond to whatever your father was to feel good about yourself. You can absolutely be your own self and feel good about it. So that imposter syndrome in that context where people now go for a course, they spend a lot of money, they invest a lot, and into this new career. We see that a lot with coaching career right now. It's a big thing. And then people want to start their career and they feel paralyzed because first they feel that they're never going to be good enough. Second, most likely they were doing something else before, so they feel, who am I suddenly to help people and everything? And then they look up at whoever they learned from and they think they're never going to be as good as those people. So that's not true. Those people are themselves, and you are yourself, and you can absolutely develop your own practice with your own strengths, with what you bring to the table. So that imposter syndrome is often a good excuse is also to not move forward. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm not going to do it. At the end of the day, it's like self-sabotaging, or it's like, preventing from doing something that they're very scared of doing. So sometimes imposter syndrome shows as a way to protect the person to take a risk, to move forward, or to do something bolder than what they would have done normally. And it comes in the context, the one that I have seen, very successful parents. And oh my God, I'm never going to be as good as my father, never going to be as good as my mother. And, and they only remember them at the fate of their career. And frankly, they don't need to be the same as their parents, even if they're in the same field. They have to develop who they are themselves. And of course, they're never going to be like their father because they're not their father. So anyway, I hope those two kind of give you cues into what could be your own cause of imposter syndrome. This is what we do when we work together, is we go to the root causes and find what is your story about it, and then we reconfigure this so that you can move forward without it and feel good about yourself. Because at the end of the day, the imposter syndrome goes back a lot to I am not good enough. I am not enough as a person, as who I am. What I am is not enough. And so therefore, I am a fraud, and whatever success I have is not depending on me. It depends on external causes, which, as we said at the beginning, is the opposite of other people who think that all the success in the world comes from their own, talent, and all the failure comes from outside sources. So we need to find a balance here. So voila, Jenny-Lynn Turcotte, hypnocoach.ca. Today, you keep saying thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the promotion. Thank you for the salary raise. Thank you for everything. Keep saying thank you. I love when you give me compliments. I know it sounds weird. I can see some of you saying, oh, right? But you're building a new neural path. So you want to start doing things you're not used to do, which is to say, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm grateful. Thank you. And start thinking about what could be your own cause of your imposter syndrome. Jenny-Lynn Turcotte, hypnocoach.ca. And as you know, I help people in transition to move towards where they want to go without months and years of therapy by having fantastic conversation with their brilliant mind.